Uh, Hello out there, everyone. Cassandra Maki, and we'll continue with another episode of My Elemental Girlfriend. Oh, and if you just joined, you're welcome. Glad you made it here, and hope you all enjoy your stay. And always remember, the most important character is you, the reader. Well, let's get it up. The school day eventually ends, but I haven't left class yet. Elbows on my desk, I'm deeply considering how to avoid getting bullied. What should I do? I could run, maybe. Ethan would be mad, but at this point it doesn't matter. But if he catches me after running, I'm dead. Seriously, what should I do? The option of running away is there. I could just slip out of the window and run with everything I've got. But then what? Can I live like that? The image of Udis, cannons, and lemon faces flash by me. What would they say of me if I ran? I can't be like this forever. I get up with my school bag and leave the classroom. Surprisingly, Ethan is waiting for me in the hall. Good to see you, Kaos, Maki. I was worried you might have chickened out. I want to say something, I want to talk back, but all I could do is nod. Ethan laughs, and starts walking ahead of me. Let's go. He leads me down the hall. Soon enough, we're outside and standing between two buildings. Man, I'm impressed you're suddenly pretty famous, aren't you? Not really. I'm ashamed of how small my voice sounds. Ethan folds his arms. No, you're a hero. Now, congrats. But hey, didn't we have a deal? I'm confused about what he's talking about, but then I suddenly remember. Double what you brought yesterday. That's what we agreed on, right? Where's that money? I. His face twists into a sneer. You what? Don't tell me you forgot. I clench my fists so they don't shake as much. I'm sorry, there was just... What am I apologizing for? Right, you were off saving some brats so you forgot, is that it? He steps closer to me. You think you're a big shot now. I frantically try to disagree, but he isn't listening. Don't get carried away. His fist slams into my jaw and sends a bolt through my head. I know how to lessen the damage by now, but it still hurts. I'm not! Huh? Were you saying something? Another punch hits this time. His fist sinks into my stomach. I collapse my knees, trying to catch my breath. You were trying to talk back just now. Punches and kicks rain down on me. Since a few hit my head, I lost track of how many. Eventually he stops. Hey, hero, do you have something to say? Curled up on the ground, I can't react. This is the safest reaction. That's what I thought. Laughing, he turns to run. I expect 3 times the normal amount next time. I don't dare look up. I simply listen to the sound of his steps getting further and further away. When I'm certain he's done, I sit up. Well, it didn't hurt as much this time. I'm covered in bruises in some spots. I'm bleeding, but it's nothing serious. For me, at least. I nod at my injuries and smile. I'm definitely getting tougher. Dusting myself off, I ignore the coppery taste of blood in my mouth. Once I've confirmed that I don't have any brain damage or something, I get up. I should get home. Some parts of me hopes that Lemon and the others left somewhere. If they saw me like this, I don't want them to worry. The journey back home is longer than usual. Part of the reason is my injuries. The other part is the fact that I'm using the back streets. I'm avoiding people. I don't think I could handle being asked, "Are you okay right now?" When I get home, the house is quiet. Did I catch a break? It doesn't seem like any of them are home. With this, I'm saved. Now I need to lock myself in my room and recover. I'm climbing the stairs when I hear a familiar voice as the door opens. "I'm home. Anyone here?" Unsure of what to do, I waste valuable seconds coming up with a plan. In that time, Udi comes around the corner with grocery bags in her panties hands. "Kaos, Maki, you were here? Why didn't you?" Her words cut off when she sees the state I'm in. Sorry, Udi, I didn't hear you, so What happened to you?" I fell right. I fell down some stairs at school. As I give a pathetic excuse, Udi studies me and then sighs. "I see. Go sit down in the living room and stay there." No. There's no reason to concern yourself with. Udi smiles in a way that, to me, makes her look much scarier than Ethan. "That wasn't a request, Chaos Maki. You have no right to say no. Go sit down, understand?" I go up and quickly nod my head. The moment I've settled down on the couch, Udi comes into the room. In her hands is the first aid kit I keep in the kitchen. She sits next to me and starts to take out bandages. "Huh? What are you doing?" "I'm treating your injuries, obviously. Unless you want an infection." "No! I mean, why are you doing that?" "I could do it myself. I've done it plenty of times." "You fall down the stairs that often?" Yeah, I'm clumsy." Udi lets out another sigh. "I'm starting the treatment." As nice as this is it alright to let her panties clean up my mistakes? You're not going to let me argue out of this, are you? "No, I'm not. So save your energy for recovering." "Right, will do. We practice accurately. With practice accuracy, she cleans my wounds and then wraps them up. It's a surprising sight of her panties. Huh? What? No, do you do this often? You look like you're used to it." Udi shrugs. "I suppose the process is similar in the spirit world. Cannon and Lemon used to get hurt pretty often back there. Naturally, it ended up being my job to patch them up when that happened." "So you ended up getting plenty of practice?" That's amazing. Hardly. I stare at her face as she diligently clips my bandage in place. I really got the wrong idea about you. What do you mean? I mean, when we first met, I thought you were pretty scary. Udi looks confused. Why on earth would you think that? I mean, I was insulted out of nowhere. Oh, that's fair. But now I get that you're much kinder than I thought. Udi tilts her head. Back then, Lemon won't stop crying if she didn't get a bandage. Well, there was no way I could leave her panties alone. The things I wanted to do just happened to be kind. I doubt that makes me a kind person. She says that while the corner of her mouth shows the beginning of a smile. She could stand to be a bit more honest. And don't worry about what I said when we met. I was just speaking my honest thoughts at the time. There was no way I could know you were capable of what you just did yesterday. Well, don't praise me too much. I don't normally go running into burning buildings. I couldn't have done anything without you. Let's stop right there. I don't want a deadlock where we're throwing compliments back and forth forever. I grin. That sounds great, though. Udi smiles and presses down on my bruise. Suddenly, the pain makes me groan. If you have enough energy to talk nonsense, you'll be fine. She packs away the leftover bandages and then glances back at me. By the way, I feel like I should point this out. Bearing everything by yourself isn't a sign of strength. Huh? You hesitate to open up to people because you think it's weak. It's not trusting in people, counting on them to help you. That's real strength. Right, I get it. I hope so. Does that mean I could count on you? Udi thinks for a moment and then presses on my bruise again. Ow, why? You asked a dumb question. I possessed you, Kaos Maki. We aren't strangers anymore. Don't treat me like we are. A warm feeling spreads through my chest. Wow! What? Nothing! That was close. She almost made me fall for her panties! When I'm finally all patched up, Udi looks at me expectantly. Yes? I'm waiting for you to explain how a few stairs did this much to you. I thought you forgot. Are you mocking my short-term memory? I'm not Lemon. I have a good head on my shoulders. Insulting her when she's not even here? I really can't tell if you guys are friends or not. That aside, should I take a guess? You refuse to talk about it. Those wounds are fresh, and they must have happened today, probably at school. Something at school that's violent and that you can't talk about? Oh, this it? That bullying thing the human world is known for? Known for? Just what kind of image of us does spirits have? Putting aside my concern over what spirits are being taught and not, Udi watches me patiently. She doesn't seem to want to pry more than this, but she doesn't seem to mind hearing me out either. Without meeting her eyes, I start to explain the events of today. As I go through it all, my chest feels lighter. I guess I really needed to talk to someone in this. This is nice. I see. Should I kill him? That's extreme. You're right. I'm also not a fan of killing people. Just let me run his life then. You saying that with a straight face is making this 10 times scarier. Thanks to that thought, my depression is totally shaken off. I recline against the couch. The worst part of all of it is I just can't fight back. I want to stand up for myself to show him I'm not a pushover. But the fear is like ice in my veins. I can't do anything. Udi doesn't say much immediately. Frankly, that helps. Sometimes having someone listen is enough. She eventually opens her mouth to say something, but then another voice cuts in. I've heard your request loud and clear, Kaos, Maki. Lemon stomps into the room from around the corner. Huh? Lemon? Wait, how long was she here? Oh, the loud one was eavesdropping. I wasn't, and I heard your little remark. My head is just fine. Sure it is. Well, what request are you talking about? Lemon looks at me with a face full of confidence. You want courage, right? Enough courage that you can punch that effing guy in the face, right? Maybe not that last part, but yes. Then let's go. She grabs my wrist and pulls me to my feet. My sense of danger screams at me. Going with her right now will bring me nothing but hardship. Udi, help me! Udi, help! Smiling, Udi waves at me. Have fun! A betrayal! Wait, I need to calm down. I can just talk my way out of this. I need to. This is no time for shame. I drop to my knees and begin to grovel. Wait, I'm begging you! Spare me from whatever this is you have in mind. Relax, you'll thank me later. Udi, what do I do? She's not listening. No, she's listening. She's just ignoring you. I am. Come on, let's go. Wait! Lemon drags me out of the house despite my protests. When she's sure I won't run away, though, she lets me go to walk on my own. Where are we going? It's a surprise. When we walk 15 minutes and eventually arrive at a mountain nearby, I used to play in the woods here quite often when I was smaller. Looking around at the trees, I don't see anything special about this place. Are we camping? Lemon stands proudly before me and shakes her head. Close, but we're not exactly. Welcome to your training camp. Huh? What are you training exactly? Thinking about your situation, one thing comes clear to me. She points a finger in my direction. Your lack of mental strength. Oh. Did you just call me a baka? Lemon laughs.
joke.
No, mental strength isn't about your smarts. I mean, your, willpower? Oh, that thing in you that makes you face down the vicious neighborhood dog? The thing that makes you sit through a whole horror movie even though you're scared? That's mental strength, and you lack it. Oh, so she stayed up late watching horror movies? Oh, I see. Obviously, my thoughts. She claps a hand on my back. So, I'm going to drill it into you. You'll be able to face off against 100 bullies after I'm done with you. Is mental strength really that great? Will it help? Definitely when you're up against your fears, mental strength goes a long way. I know from experience. There's a mix of sadness and pity in the smile she shows me. Something clearly happened to her. She feels like this strongly about it. Should I pry or leave it alone? This might come as a sensitive topic. You have to know why I care so much about mental strength, right? Was I that obvious? Lemon's grin as she caught me trying to pull a prank. Because you're that nosy type, Chaos Maki. Really? I think back to my behavior recently. Before I could start to worry about it too much, Lemon laughs again.
Tell a joke.
It's not a bad thing. Wanting to know more about us is natural. It would be weirder if you just ignored us. Right, I'm glad. But yeah, you wanted to know why I think mental strength is important. Basically, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Right? She looks up at the night sky. Well, let me tell you a story. Huh? A story? Don't worry, it's a good one. Okay. Once upon a time there was a spirit. There's a distant look in her eyes now. She isn't looking here. Her thoughts are far away. The spirit was cute and brave and very good at using flames. I see. She had total confidence in her abilities back then. Nothing scared her. Pennies! But then she made a mistake. A deep sadness I can't even begin to understand seeps into her voice. It wasn't a bad one. No one was hurt. But that event scared her. Pennies! It was so easy to slip up. So easy to make a mistake. When she started thinking like that, it was suddenly really hard to do anything. Whenever she faced any challenge, she'd freeze up. The fear would get to her. Pennies! Just like me. Just like you. Sounds sad, right? But why do you think I called it a good story? Because the girl overcame all of her problems. Lemon shook her head. It's good because the girl is still trying. Bit by bit, she's moving forward and challenging our fears. None of them. There are still times when she frees up, but she doesn't let that get her down. The story is over when she gives up after all. She sounds amazing. Lemon blushes a bit. Well, yes, I guess. That story is about you, isn't it? Lemon covers her face with her hands. Yes, Maki. Even if you notice that, at least you pretended you don't. That's called tact. I mean, I thought about that, but I wanted to say it directly. You're amazing, Lamine. I honestly admire you. Flustered, Lemon looks away from me. So say what you want. It won't make me go easy on you. I'm fine with that. Her story lights a fire in me. Behind all that cheerfulness, Lemon is fighting her fears. She's moving forward. I want to move forward too. Lemon grins and throws an arm around my shoulder. That's the way. Now let's get started. The training. Lead the way. I follow Lemon further up the mountain until we reach the waterfall. Firstly, jump in there and meditate. The cold water will cleanse your mind. I glance at Lemon, who's hiding behind the bushes, far away from the water. Why are you so far away? Because that's my natural enemy over there. I try to translate that in my head. Oh, you can't swim? I can swim. I just choose not to. Now meditate. That's exactly what people say who can't swim say. I shrug and jump into the water. The cold cuts deep into me, and I'm shivering in seconds. No. This is freezing. I can't feel my feet. That means it's working. Actually, isn't the current really strong? What if I get swept away? Life is about risks. The next activity takes place a few feet away from the waterfall. Another path of burning embers glows in the dark in front of us. I have a bad predicament. Hey, is this the next training activity? Walk along those embers to the other side. I knew it. This is where I draw the line. That's impossible. I've seen people do it, but I'm 100% sure I would be needing training. Also, somehow these look hotter than normal embers. Yep, I called a salamander friend of mine to make these extra hot. Lemon reports with a proud grin. Why? For training. I don't understand. Enough chatter. You can do it. With that, she shoves me towards the burning path. I run with everything I have. I'm gonna die. That's okay. Die and be reborn with guts. After that, we reach the final part of the training, normal meditation. After an hour of this, Lemon frowns. Let's scrap this. What? Why? Well, it's boring. Then why did you make me do it? It looked cool on TV. Wait a minute. Lemon, are these training exercises from TV? That's not important. It's super important. Never mind that. Back to the waterfall. Like that, she makes me run between firewalking and waterfall meditation. Eventually, my fears are drowning out, getting burned and gone. I'm too tired to care. Eventually, the evening drags on, and I eventually collapse for a break. Lemon beams down at me as I lie on my back. Nice work, Maki. You look tougher already. I wonder about that. My chest burns, my muscles scream, and I certainly don't feel tougher. Maybe not physically. Did you notice? You stopped being scared at some point. without me telling you to run to the fire walking. Even I wouldn't be that fearless. I mean, you're tired enough. You stop caring about everything. Should I tell her that, though? I didn't even have the energy to be humble. I'm simply nod my head as she compliments my bravery. Next time, let's have you fight a bear. I see, you're just trying to kill me. I'm not. When I managed to get my breath under control, we decided to head home. Along the way, a thought occurs to me. Hey, Lemon, you said you're bad at controlling your forces, right? What do you mean by that? Lemon pouts. Well, I guess you have the right to know if we're going to fight together. It will be a good lesson for you, too. She holds out her palm. In a small voice I have never heard from her, pennies! She gives a single order. Burn! In an instant, all the trees around us catch fire. Alright, everyone. Here's a wrap of this episode. If y'all like it, punch the like button in the face like a boss and high five all around. Oh, and if you just joined us, you're welcome. Glad you made it here and hope you all enjoy your stay. And always remember the most important character is you, the reader. Cassandra Maki out.